Apple iPhone X review. Apple used to give us a fresh-looking iPhone once every 2 years. Then the iPhone 6 came along, and the company decided it could afford to lower the pacing a bit. The SIXS arrived on schedule, then the 7 followed, and now we even have the 8, all basically reusing absolutely the same design, save for some small enhancements. As a result, Apple's lineup started looking a bit conservative in comparison to some of its direct rivals. Refined and premium, but conservative. This year, we're finally getting what we've been asking for, a brave new iPhone design, albeit in a prohibitively expensive package. It starts at $999. However, Apple insists the iPhone X is way more than just a fresh set of clothes for the same thing. It wants it to be the start of a new chapter in the iPhone story, and this means we're in for some major changes in the iOS experience paradigm as well. A fresh, new look, and drastic changes to how we interact with iOS. This alone sounds incredibly intriguing, but actually there's even more to the iPhone X that may amaze, surprise, or even irritate you. The iPhone X is a controversial device, that much is certain. Way more controversial than the iPhone 7, which dropped the historical audio jack. With the X, Apple is taking a lot of risks, and introducing a lot of firsts. Funny how these two always seem to go hand in hand, right? The thing is, as mentioned in the first paragraph, Apple developed a bit of a conservative image during the last few years. And here we are now, putting Apple, risks, and firsts in the same sentence again. This tells you we have something really special on our hands, but make no mistake, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Come with us on a journey that will get you to truly know Apple's most exciting smartphone in recent years. Design and notch. The biggest thing going for this phone is obviously its bezel-less design. The 5.8 display of the iPhone X reaches from one end, all the way to the other. It covers the entire front, with just a thin, continuous frame circling around it. If we could put the full stop here and call it a day, it'd have been a quick and easy win for the iPhone X. Unfortunately, we're just 15 minutes into the movie, and you just know something bad is about to happen, something that will allow the plot to develop further. As we circle around the display, we inevitably reach the top edge, where we meet this year's antagonist, the so-called notch. Sitting up there, biting into the top edge of the screen, the iPhone X's notch is both a blessing and a curse. How come a blessing? With an all-screen design, there's obviously no space left for the trusty Touch ID fingerprint home button. How do we unlock the iPhone X securely, then? Located in this pitch-black space within the iPhone X notch are all the camera and sensor components required for a new type of biometric authentication on smartphones, 3D face recognition. More on that later, but all in all, that's why the notch is there, forever ruining the seamless look of the iPhone X. The notch is a unique visual element that makes the iPhone X unmistakable, unlike many current and future bezel-less smartphones, which will have very little to differentiate themselves with. This, along with enabling Face ID, are the only positive things we can say about the notch. Toss them aside, and all we're left with is one huge compromise. The notch doesn't look good, it ruins what could have been a striking, forward-looking smartphone. If the notch wasn't there, the iPhone X would have been the apotheosis of smartphone design. But it's there, and you'll be constantly reminded of its presence throughout your daily interactions with the iPhone X. The negative effect it has on the appearance of the product is substantial, but the destructive aftershocks it sends across the overall user experience are even bigger. In terms of materials and finishes, the iPhone X mimics what the Galaxy S8 introduced back in April this year. High-quality glass front and back surfaces, held together by a super nice, polished metal frame. Although, we should probably point out that Samsung uses aluminum for its frame, while Apple goes for a slightly higher-end stainless steel. Apple's top smartphone feels amazing in the hand, but it falls a bit short in one area, and that's color variance. While Samsung offers the Galaxy S8 in a total of 6 likable colors, the iPhone X is available only in space gray, very dark gray, and silver, very light gray. Among the two, the silver version is the way more interesting and exquisite one. as the space gray option is just that very dark gray across the whole thing, no accents or any kind of flare.